Ossu, Impz です。What's up? こんにちは。So in this video, something different on this channel. But anyway, it's called 808 Impz Manga Time. So in this, this series, I guess, I'll be talking about manga I've been reading. And today's manga is Souten No Ken Regenesis by Zenon Comics. And so far there's only 4 books out. The last book just came out recently, I think in March 2020. So it's still going on, it's still happening, but Souten No Ken Regenesis. And yeah, awesome stuff. So just an introduction about Souten No Ken. I'm sure you might be familiar with Hokuto no Ken. And Hokuto no Ken is known as Fist of the North Star in other parts of the world. But in Japan, it's called Hokuto no Ken. And Hokuto no Ken, is about Kenshiro and fighting in the Mad Max style world, end of the world kind of stuff. But okay, so Souten no Ken is before Hokuto no Ken. And it happens like in the 1930s, end of the 1930s. So that kind of time, And it was the first. Okay, so the first Souten no Ken was based in Shanghai. And Kasumi Kenshiro, who is okay, so there's Kasumi Kenshiro and Kasumi Ramon, the 2 brothers. And Ramon became Kenshiro in Hokuto no Ken, Kenshiro's teacher. So Ramon is Kenshiro's teacher. And okay, so Ramon's older brother is Kasumi Kenshiro, and that's the main character of Souten no Ken. And he's the Denshosha, the Hokuto, successor before Ramon. And then Ramon goes to Hokuto no Ken, Kenshiro. So it's happening before Hokuto no Ken. So Souten no Ken, the first Souten no Ken was basically based in Shanghai. And then Kasumi Kenshiro went to Shanghai to help his friends. And basically, that's the first Souten no Ken. This series is after Souten no Ken. And then this one is Souten no Ken Regenesis. So it's the second Souten no Ken. And yeah, cool stuff. So this one is not really based in Shanghai. And this one is basically based in Indonesia. But yeah, it's a little cool, little different than the first Souten no Ken. It's, different setting. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to read this comic is because I'm a big Hokuto no Ken fan, Souten no Ken fan. And okay, so but basically I watched Souten no Ken Regenesis, the anime, last year maybe? I watched it last year. Anyway, I watched it, and then I watched all of Souten no Ken Regenesis on the anime, and I liked it generally. I didn't like the end though, and maybe spoiler alert, but in the end of the anime, basically Kasumi Kenshiro dies, and he dies from the same technique that Rao killed Rei with, where he got poked with one finger and he would die 3 days later or something. And then it was the same pattern, like Ramon came up and he did the Shinrei Dai, and he extended Kasumi Kenshiro's life by a couple days. Same thing with what Toki did to Rei in Hokuto no Ken. And yeah, eventually Kasumi Kenshiro did what he had to do, and he went into the desert and he died. And I didn't like that so much. I don't know. He deserved better than that, I think. Because this guy is super strong, like Kasumi Kenshiro, is super strong, And I think, if Kenshiro in Hokuto no Ken is strong, definitely he's strong. He beat all the guys except Sauza. But, he beat Sauza eventually. But, so my image of Hokuto no Ken's Kenshiro is very strong. But Kasumi Kenshiro, in my opinion, is stronger. Because half the time he's just fooling around. He's fighting, but he's just fooling around, testing his opponents, giving them opportunities, smoking cigarettes. He's smoking cigars, smoking cigarettes while fighting. So I mean, Kasumi Kenshiro is super strong, and I don't think in the serious fights he puts out his 100%, but generally he's not fighting at 100%. He's just fooling around, smoking cigarettes and whatever. So making jokes, So Kasumi Kenshiro is really strong, but yeah, in the anime he died. I don't know, not the greatest way, because I don't know. I didn't like that. Anyway, I felt some discontent with the anime. So then I was hoping that the manga would be different. And I looked at, I went to the bookstore and I looked at a couple pages and I said, oh, this looks totally different than the anime. So yeah, I was pretty interested that hopefully the manga has a different outcome than the anime, because the anime one was wasn't the greatest. I liked the anime, and I liked that in the anime Yasaka was really cool. Yasaka in the first Souten No Ken, he was like a villain, right? And he killed Hien, and he was kind of a bad guy in the first Souten No Ken. But in the Regenesis anime, he became Kenshiro's friend, and Yasaka was really cool. But I didn't like how Yasaka died either. He was being crushed by these rocks or something. I didn't like that. I mean, Yasaka, the guy is almost at the same level of Ken. Well, he's pretty strong, right? Yasaka. But yeah, I didn't like how Yasaka died either. I thought he deserved better. But basically, I was not content with the anime, so I wanted to read the manga. So yeah, the manga is on a slightly different track than the anime, and basically it's based around Erika, and then Erika was in trouble, and then so Kenshiro came out of nowhere, came out of the sky actually. He jumped off a plane to save Erika, and then Yasaka was there too. Seito Gek and Yasaka jumped out, so they both jumped out of a plane to save Erika. And then the story starts like that, and then so basically it's continues with Erika's story. Like everybody's after Erika for some reason, and then Kenshiro and Yasaka are just trying to protect her, and then the story just continues like that. But so far 4 books only, so not so deep in. But I'm glad that it's different than the anime, and the people he's been fighting have not appeared in the anime, so that's good. Hoping for a different end, better end anyway. But so cool stuff. Yasaka still here, and Kenshiro still here. But a lot of his friends in the first Souten No Ken died, right? Geese and Hien. But suddenly there's a guy using Kyokujuji Seiken, so which is Hien style, with the cross. And then, but anyway, so there's a Kyokujuji Seiken user came out anyway in this comic, and who it is, I don't know. He has dreadlocks. So, but Hien supposedly died. Well, did he? But see, well, I don't know. They put in the as far as I know, before Hien died, they put him on a boat into the ocean, and he floated away, and they assumed he died. But it was not confirmed. But anyway, he might be alive, which would be cool, but it's a long shot. But I hope. Well, soon the next book, this one is number 4, but in number 5 they'll explain, hopefully, who this Kyokujuji Seiken fighter is, with the dreadlocks. But yeah, cool stuff. So basically about Erika, and then even the anime was about Erika. I mean, the anime Souten No Ken Regenesis was about Erika, and she had the secrets for some kind of bomb or something. But even that was kind of, and I don't know. But anyway, so this time too, it's about Erika, and Erika has some kind of secrets, but has a little twist. This time is like she has the same power as Yuria, but like some kind of healing thing. But similar power to Yuria, because Yuria was in Souten No Ken was had a special power too, right? I hope Sobu comes back. Sobu was the last guy that Kasumi Kenshiro fought in the first Souten No Ken, the bald guy, big, huge, bald guy, kind of looked like Rao, kind of wet with no hair. But anyway, so Sobu is still alive as far as I know. So hopefully Sobu ends up in Indonesia somehow. I don't know. I don't know why everybody ends up in Indonesia, but anyway, so yeah, hopefully Sobu comes back and makes an appearance, even if just for a little bit would be so cool. And then yeah, hopefully Sobu is still part of this world and he comes back and does some damage. But yeah, because Sobu and Kenshiro now, they're kind of friendly now, right? So they were, well, yeah, I mean, they were fighting in the previous Souten No Ken, but now, as far as I know, they're friends, I think, now. So Sobu might come and help Kenshiro. That'd be awesome. I mean, yeah, because Sobu is awesome. Yeah. Anyway, there was a lot of nice fan service in the manga, and for example, like some of the key phrases, like for example, 北斗の文句は俺に言え, which is it's a famous phrase just from this Souten No Ken, where he says, 北斗の文句は俺に言え, means if you have any complaints about Hokuto, say it to me, and then Kenshiro will take care of it. So that's good that these classic phrases came out again in this series. And there's one more classic phrase that came out, which is Ni Chin Sula. But I don't know, I'm not Chinese, but anyway, it's Chinese, Ni Chin Sula. And supposedly, according to Souten No Ken, it's the Chinese way to say, you are already dead, omae wa mou shinderu. And then he also uses this quite often, well, sometimes in the comic too, so I mean, it's a classic Souten No Ken phrases. So, 北斗の文句は俺に言え and にちんつら, which is you are already dead in Chinese. So it was cool, good to see those things. And but anyway, hopefully this I'm looking forward to seeing more of this manga. I mean, reading more of this manga, and hopefully it goes well. I hope anyway. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments about Souten No Ken or any recommended manga, maybe I can read that too. Thanks for watching. Feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. See you again soon. どうもありがとうございます。また会いましょう。じゃあね。おっす。